right here and now. In the 4 o'clock block, I will be calls and your text messages as you send a pre-birth father greeting to all the fathers. But for right now, we're hitting center stage at 3:30 with a young man who is a worship art, and he's with us to tell us more about his ministry. And we're going to be hearing some more of his songs. His name is Oshane Mais. Am I right? Is it Mais or Mais?
Mais.
Mais. All right. Oshane Mais, how are you, my brother?
I am good. How are you?
I am doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Good to have you right here inside of the studios of Gospel J. Can I say Happy Father's Day?
Not yet.
I cannot say Happy Father's Day because you're
Not
not
just yet.
there. You're not there yet. Working towards it.
Of course.
All right. Good stuff. Who is Oshane Mais?
Shane Mais is a servant of the Most High.
Oh Lord, here we go.
But-
A humble servant of the Lord.
But generally, I'm actually a data analyst.
Data analyst.
My day job.
All right. So explain for those who don't know what that is. Tell us what that is.
As the name suggests, analyzing data.
Mm-hmm.
Working with Excel and Microsoft Word. Well, Microsoft Suite on a whole.
Okay. Good.
So,
Good.
yeah.
So you know the whole Microsoft suite.
To an extent, I would say I'm an expert.
To an extent.
Yeah.
All right. Good. That is good. So that's the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
That's what pays the bill.
Yes.
Right. So when you
Definitely.
do music now, you're not expecting to pay bills from.
Well, ministry actually goes back into ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, so like whatever for instance, if I do a booking or a show, the funds that I get from that goes back into either rehearsals,
Okay.
probably getting branded T-shirts, so stuff like that. That's
I
really what the
see.
funds is
Sounds
for.
good.
Yeah.
So how long you been in music now?
Well, officially I started my ministry in 2018.
Okay.
However, I've been singing from ever since. I know myself.
In church, at school.
In church and in school. Yeah.
Which church you attend?
I attend Kingdom 18 International, Apostle Neva Campbell.
Okay.
No,
All right.
yeah,
Good.
but
That's
I
where you at.
Grew up in the Seventh-day Church of God.
Okay. That's fun.
I just think it was a time to shift. I don't think they would have understood the call on my life. It was more of I wouldn't say it's a hold on kind of vibe because that's what church is about.
Right.
But they wouldn't have understand that ministry was beyond.
Okay.
the
Okay.
four walls.
You're more than just a cappella, right?
Yeah.
I tell you. And since you've launched your ministry in 2018, how has it been so far?
It has been really, really good. I have
Okay.
and also a debut single, the hit song Hymns and Spiritual Medley, and of course the Heavenly Medley are really taking the place by storm.
Good. And the Forever track is doing good.
Yes.
All right, let's take a listen to Oshane Mais, listeners.
I will forever sing your praises, God. Forever give my offering up, my life, my songs, my glory, God. Yahweh, Yahweh, be praised. Give you my songs, my life. And think I know I'll be alright. Your kingdom's forever, and the glory forever belongs to you, my King. Let your praises ring forever, oh, and ever, forever. All my praise you.
Forever and Ever, the sound there of Oshane Mais. And that's from his latest project, am I right? The EP?
The first project.
That was the first
The
project.
first ever.
First ever.
Yes.
Oh my
Debut.
goodness. What do you say is the style of Oshane Mais?
Well, to be honest with you, I can sing anything. Probably not as much.
Good styling.
Ballad kind
More
of.
ballad kind of
yeah,
thing. Yes.
vibes, yeah.
It fits you. I see
R&B
that line. Right.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Dr. Apostle Neva Campbell.
Yes.
Oh, when you see her next on Sunday, tell her hi from me. We
I
go
will, I
way
will.
back.
I will.
We from the days of all age school. We go way back in time, I tell you.
Definitely
Apostle Neva Campbell, good afternoon to you if you're tuned into Gospel JA as we speak. And the EP you put out, the Overcome EP back in 2020, you said it embodies your spiritual musical journey.
Yes.
Talk to us about that journey.
So it's really a project that speaks to different aspects of life. Probably persons who are suffering with probably peer pressure. Persons who are struggling with even controlling the flesh. Because I mean, hey, it's a thing.
Right.
And even songs for the older folks. So
Right.
there is a traditional medley of hymns and
Right,
stuff. So it's
right.
really the different phase or the different aspects that have been impacted in my life that really comprised
All right. And how do you deal with some of the stuff that you mentioned just now? Peer pressure, the flesh, and all these kind of stuff.
You see, the thing, remind ourselves that we are His, we're the Lord's, and He is more than able to assist us, in overcoming the desires of the flesh.
Right.
Because it's only when we do it in and of ourselves,
Right.
It falls apart. So it's really reliant, being dependent on God, as He give you the strength to overcome.
And you can say, Lord, you reign.
Yes.
Oh Lord, all hail the King, all hail the Lord, all hail the one sacrificed all. Oh Jesus, you reign forever. Your just name forever will reign. Your glorious face I'll behold on the day. Oh Jesus, you reign forever. You reign forever. Your name is Jesus. To the Lamb who was slain for the sins of this man, He humbled Himself with nails in His hands. Oh, Jesus, you reign forever. But in 3 days, He rose from the grave. My love for the living, the dead. Jesus, you reign forever. Yeah, you reign forever. Your name is Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Now to Him who is able to keep you from falling, from faultless. Jesus, He reigns forever. To the only wise God, our Savior and King, be glory and majesty, dominion and power. You reign forever. You reign. You reign. Your name is Jesus. Oh,
Oshane Mais listeners, created to worship. That's your tagline, right? And as I said, I can sense that in your delivery, in your musical styling. You are indeed a worshiper at heart. No wonder you're the lead worship lead over there at Kingdom 180 International. Where I can truly say my friend is the pastor. Sounds good. Now, as it relates to COVID, I know COVID kind of pushed us back for a bit. No live concerts. We had to be doing lots of stuff virtually. At one point nothing was happening, but you been back out on the scene. You were in Mandela Park recently.
Definitely.
How was that experience for you?
It was good, being back outdoors, big sound and the people, enjoy themselves. It was really a vibe.
Good.
I stayed in, because I experienced the other ministers who were there.
Right.
It was really, really good.
I admire that about it, because what we find a lot of artists doing these days is that they just come, show up, do their thing, and cut.
Yes.
Once they perform, they're not there to encourage anybody else. They're not there to cheer on anybody else or worship anybody else. No, they just sing and they're gone.
Yeah.
But you were there. You stayed throughout the event. You were there
the
cheering them
vibes.
on and
Yeah.
worshiping just the same. How important is that for you when it comes down to support in the industry?
I believe it is very, very, very important, because it's one thing to say that you support, but then to show it's a different thing,
Right.
And I know that for certain that if people see that you're supporting, they'll also support as well,
Right.
and of course it will send a message that there's unity, in the kingdom, in the gospel industry, here in Jamaica. I always look at how the artists respond overseas,
Right.
to supporting each other with collabs and stuff like that. But then it breaks down when it comes to the industry in Jamaica.
Yep.
You don't really see much of that kind of.
No, you don't.
united vibe
And I
united
make no
front.
bones about it. You don't. Most of these gospel artists that show up to
Yeah.
perform when it's their time, they perform, and once they perform, they're gone.
We the younger upcoming. Motive, we drill that idea that it's always about supporting
Right.
one another.
That is true, and I must commend you, and I do hope that when you get big reach, when you reach the Grammy stage and the them big lights and such, I can see you. I will still see you in the audience,
You
or
will.
even backstage or up
You
front,
will.
supporting your colleagues in ministry, because it helps. It
Yes,
it makes a difference, and I want to commend you for doing that. 'Cause as I saw you out there, and I said, look at that man. Guy that all their support, and everybody just sing and cut. Everybody just want to go on, do their thing, and get out of here. So one EP so far.
Yes.
Any plans of another one
We
or an
are
album?
actually having rehearsals to do an album, but definitely doing some singles from the album before.
Okay.
So we're really working on that. Probably even this year, even before summer.
Right.
You might hear something new.
And you spoke about collabs. Any collabs in the making?
This project, the upcoming album is going to feature a lot of other art. We haven't really concretized all of the the finer
names.
details and stuff.
Right.
But definitely, well, we speak about collab. I think Tiffany the other day. We are actually working on a project together.
That is
So,
good.
yeah, definitely.
All right, sounds good. And this other song says what? Set Me Free?
Set Me Free.
Is that's the wrong one. Not Set Me Free. The Heavenly Medley.
Yes.
Heavenly Medley. You are able to do the traditional stuff.
Yes, I am.
Good. How was that, doing that kind of thing? Because it's not easy to sing traditional songs and choruses and really get that church vibe going.
Yeah. I've known since I was brought up in the Church of God.
Okay.
So you are grown on hymns and those kind of songs that we have sung for many years.
Right.
And I mean, it's only fitting that I stay true to what I know and what I grew up on. So we started. Actually, this medley was actually a tribute to someone for a funeral.
Whoa.
But then persons were like, "Yo, them love it," so I decided to just release it as a
Sounds
single.
good.
Yeah.
You go way back, man. You go way back in the time. For a young man, you know all song, man.
Yeah, man.
You see, you grew up on these songs.
I grew up on these songs. My mom, who is actually one of the prison worship leaders at my old church,
Okay.
she grew me on them.
All
So I
right.
definitely would have had to know these songs.
That is awesome. That is awesome. What is the response like to your Dre?
To be honest, I believe of it. I mean, people may say they do, but then they don't. But
Right.
I think they have always expressed, some level of belonging, because it's either you're giving them a worship vibe,
Right.
You're giving them some cultural. So the old people and the young people coming
Right,
together,
right,
and that's
right.
what they really love. They really love the fusion.
What's the thought process like in terms of when you write your songs?
Well, when I write my songs, it is really sometimes dependent on the Holy Spirit. Sometimes actually I hear a melody before I hear the
Okay,
words.
cool.
It's just how it is in that moment. I just
Right.
work with the flow, and then it's really anchored in the word and a message.
Yes,
What do
yes.
you want people to know? So for the heaven medley, it's understanding that there is somewhere beyond earth,
Right,
that
right.
we are going, when we die, and when the Lord Jesus comes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And in terms of social media, I know there are people listening, and
ShaneMais, and you can Google that.
Something must come up.
But you
all
definitely
right,
find
sounds good. Sounds good. So when you're not doing music, I mean, you're a young man. I mean, what are you into outside of music and church?
Outside of music and church and work, I love games.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like group games, so like the Taboo and
Okay.
the Uno and all of them stuff.
Okay.
I'm that type of person. Well, not as outgoing, but in a closed space.
Right,
I am
right.
that kind of person.
Right. And do you have siblings?
I do. I have 4 brothers.
4 brothers?
Who are musicians, yes.
What?
And
So
singers.
things easy on your side.
They don't work together that much because
Okay.
they're far spread. But
Okay.
I mean, we hope to do our project together someday.
That is good. So you're all in music.
Well, I mean, we're not all 100% in music. We have
Okay.
but I think my twin brother, he's a producer.
You're a twin.
Yes, I am.
What's the brother's name?
His name is Mais.
So you have Oshane and
And
Mais.
yes.
Okay, who is older?
Well, he is
Oh.
by 10 minutes.
All right, by 10 minutes?
Yes.
You took that
A
long?
breather.
Oh my goodness. No man, I thought you were gonna say like 10 seconds or whatever, but like 10 minutes.
Rested.
Your mama had to rest.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So 4 brothers, what about sisters?
No sisters. Well, I have sister-in-laws.
Sister-in-laws.
Yes.
All right. It sounds good. And where you from originally in terms
Well,
of
parish. I'm born and raised in Kingston.
Kingston,
but
okay.
my parents are now in St. Catherine.
All right. So are you with them in St. Catherine?
I'm not. I'm in Kingston still.
Okay, sounds good. Yo, this young man is a twin, and you heard it. His mom had to take a 10-minute break. Say, okay, boy. Shane, you're good. Let's see what's happens now when it comes on to Oshane. Oshane
Yes,
is the first
Oshane is
one,
the
right?
first one,
Let's see
yes.
what happens when it comes on to Oshane. So she had to take a 10-minute break to get you out of her. Oh my goodness! You're not yet a father,
I'm not.
but this weekend is Father's Day. What say you, whether to your own father or to father?
And I believe many same sentiment about my father. My father is a hard working man. Currently we're living in a house that he really built majority of.
What?
Yeah, and that is I mean, him building something, leaving it in our name. He's still alive, bless my father. Big up yourself, daddy.
All right.
Is something to write home about. To tell a story about. My father is a hardworking man. He is loving and he's caring and he is a provider.
Good.
There are days when we would have gone without, but he would have made it up.
Yes.
And
yes.
I really am appreciative to God for my father.
What's his name?
His name is Henry Mais.
Henry Mais. Wherever you are, sir, big up yourself. Your son says you are a good father, a provider, and a protector. That is good. Yeah, we honor that, and I think when you get to that stage, you want to be just like your daddy.
Yes, definitely.
I hear you.
Definitely.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Your tagline is created to worship. So are you into merchandising where you have
Well,
t-shirts,
I am
caps, stuff?
not yet, but I've started.
You
So
started?
I would say I soft launched what I call it, a sweater, right? But I did one of that in my photo shoot. So
Okay.
it would be something similar that people could eventually purchase.
How important thing as it relates to an artist?
It is important because if for instance you go somewhere and someone doesn't know your name, they can remember an image, especially if your name is within the image. They'll be like, oh, but I saw him.
Right.
They'll be like, oh yeah, a familiar picture or a familiar image that you can pull on.
We don't
to
do
make
that much when it
connection.
comes down to gospel or even or
That's
locally. Overseas, we find lots of these gospel artists and it's artists. They're into branding, whether it be
Yeah.
a cap, a T-shirt, a pen, a mug, whatever. But you're saying that you're going in that direction.
Yes, it is very important.
Very important. Sounds good. Sounds good. And another 5-10 years from now, what are we expecting from Oshane?
What are we
Mais?
expecting? Definitely an album, of course. What? And probably my clothing line. If anything.
Okay.
Well,
So that's something you're really
I
thinking
really
about.
am thinking about it.
Good, good. Are you into fashion? You love.
I think I know how to put myself together.
You know how to
so
put
that's a good
yourself-
start.
That's a good start. And once you can start there, my brother, you are good to go.
Yeah.
Any parting words? Any closing words? Who are some of the producers that you work with, even on your project?
Well, I've worked with
musicians.
Pioneer Music.
Okay.
That's Javis McIntosh. I've worked with Barbed Wire Music. And I worked with my brother as well. Adine, he's a producer.
Okay.
The musicians, the Levites, Dante, Cody, Joel, Daniel, Andre, and the singers, Trishan, Jason, the Samantha, whole works, the Grant sisters. I can't call everybody, and also to big up.
But you're gonna have problems up because you
the
call
team.
some names and you don't call the other names. You have to call everybody name, and you're gonna
Yes,
have a problem.
I'm gonna pick up the management team.
Yes.
Upsearch Entertainment. They are currently working with me right now.
Okay. So
to
they're
get
handling your
things
bookings and
stuff.
Okay.
To get it all out there.
That is awesome. Sounds good. Oshane Mais, I want to say thanks for your time, my brother. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Definitely.
And keep on supporting others because once you do that, support will come your way.
Yes.
Bless you.
Bless. Thank you for having me, sir.
Not a problem.